Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's episode, Bitcoin has broken through $10,000 support to the bottom side. MACD has crossed and altcoins are bleeding. So if you want to find out what I'm going to do and what some other better traders are doing, stick around for today's episode. Alright, what's up guys? It took me like 10 tries to get that intro. Oh my goodness, what's going on? But here's what we're talking about today. Bitcoin breaking through this red line, $10,000 support that we thought we saw, and we broke back through the bottom. MACD has crossed over. What exactly does this mean, and what am I doing? Well, for the first time, I'm hesitating just a little bit on the MACD cross. Now, I know I talk about the way of the turtle. You need to trade consistently every time, but the past few times there's been these little crosses, I've gotten burned. And there's something else that I see going on with Bitcoin that I wanted to share with you. So before we get into that, pretty much across the board, Bitcoin and all cryptos seeing losses, everything in the red. The biggest gainers today are only up 10%, only 10%. OKB, Chainlink, PoonDX, FTX. Biggest losers, Wax, Bytecoin, Header, Hashgraph, those are the ones that were up like 70% yesterday. Bitcoin dominance up 0.8% today. That's pretty crazy. Now, what exactly am I talking about? What am I looking at? Well, it's basically this orange channel right here. So let's see if I can zoom in a little bit to show you what I'm talking about. This orange channel, this is a weekly graph. Same thing as we were looking at here, just can see it all a little bit better on one graph if we do it on a weekly chart. Well, this orange trend channel that we've been in since about December is going up pretty significantly, headed towards a $20,000 Bitcoin around the time of the halving. Now, I've been talking how we're in that trend channel, but there's a lot of resistance to get through before we get to that $20,000 area. And actually, the first resistance that we saw was the $10,500 area. That was resistance. Thought we were coming back down to the $10,000 support. Turns out we broke through that to the bottom. But there's some things that I'm looking at where I think potentially could go even higher. Now, personally, I thought that we were in this wedge, which is the solid blue line and the white line on the bottom, okay? Bouncing up, down, and I thought potentially we were going to make it to this area, the $11,700 area, before we saw the price bouncing down. But if we take a look, instead of using the wicks of these peaks, we use the full body candles of the peaks, and we have this blue dotted line right here. If you trace that with me, guess what? That's pretty much right where we are now, the resistance we saw there. So potentially that could be where we're going and then heading back down. Now, if we break down out of this orange trend channel, we could be heading back down to the low $8,000 area. And that personally is what I'm keeping an eye on. Additionally, with the weekly candles, we have the weekly MACD, and weekly MACD, until we see a tangent to the line, so if you guys don't know what a tangent to the line is, that would be tangent to the line. Until we see that bend, the tangent to the line, I wouldn't expect a reversal of the MACD. That's just from my own personal experience. So that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye on. If we look at it on daily charts, you can see we're right at the bottom of that orange trend channel, and we'll have to see if we break down, because I have a feeling if it breaks, it's going to break very fast, have a big candle. If it doesn't, if it's support, then we might bounce back up to that $11,700 area. Now, I'm not a trader. I mean, I trade a little bit, but I'm not a trader. And particularly, I'm not very good at it. So that's why I take a look at other stuff. Like on TradingView, we have stuff by Tradingshot. He is one of the more reliable traders I see on there. Him and Jacob Canfield are my two favorites. I also like Magic Poop Cannon, but, great name. I don't think his charts are as accurate. So I like Tradingshot. And he has something here he published yesterday. I talked a little bit about yesterday, the fair value channel no one is talking about. I'm talking about it, Tradingshot, okay? Well, he's saying there's this orange channel here that this is different than the orange channel that I had. Okay, we're not doing the same thing. But this orange channel talks about the highs and lows from December 2018, beginning of 2019. And again, we're in that same trend channel. As a matter of fact, we're at the top of it right now. And basically, he says that if we were to break through the top of that, then Bitcoin would be quite a bit overbought, as you can see from the RSI down here. Maybe it's behind my head. But if it doesn't, then we would continue to stay in that channel until the halving. Now, he goes on to further think that we may even go down a little bit lower. As you can see here, this resistance, these two supports form another grayish line, And then we have this purple wedge, this support zone until the halving. So he thinks that Bitcoin could come down even to the low 7,000s. He thinks $6,500 is very unlikely, but because of potential overhype about the halving, about the emerging golden cross, things like that, Bitcoin may get into the overbought territory and then come crashing back down. So I think he's pretty accurate when he talks about things. I would keep an eye on that. Personally, what am I doing? This is the one time I'm ignoring the MACD cross on the daily. It's probably going to come back to bite me because, you know, if I do one thing with trading and whatever. So that's all for today's episode. It's a bummer it broke $10,000. I wanted to go up to $1 million already. And I do think overall, if we look at the stock to flow model, we are due for $100,000 Bitcoin probably in the next couple of years. Maybe not immediately right now. Is it possible we could get up to $20,000 by May? Yes, it's possible if we stick in this trend channel, but it's very unlikely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 significant key resistance levels to break through before that happens. So if you enjoyed that episode, make sure to give it a like, a thumbs up. That really helps the YouTube algorithm say that people watch and actually enjoy my shows. So do that for me. And then I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love ya. Peace.